Welcome back to week 2 of
Launch and
28 Days of Love,
where love sharpens
when you refuse to give up.
Beginning February 1st
Through the 28th at 6 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time. Week 2 looks like this.
We have Dre and Uahntae Hubbard on
Monday, February 6th
at 6 p.m.
and O'Kersey and Shalinda Miller
Tuesday, February 7th
at 6 p.m.
and then Newton and Aldrina Miller
Wednesday, February 8th at 6 p.m.
and then Veronica Brown on
She's our single and stable girl.
That's Thursday, February 9th
At 6 p.m. But wait a minute, don't forget date night on Friday.
That's where you sharpen those love tools.
Exactly. We're going to get on board of the love train. Then there's Saturday,
Just the two of us.
covenant time. And don't forget,
The intimacy of worship.
that's our Sunday where we can worship together. Now, there's nothing to do on those days here, but make sure you spend that time together. And catch us again on
28 Days of Love. We'll broadcast live nightly on Facebook Live
6 p.m.
or on our YouTube page, Launch TV.
TV. Make sure you're there. All right, guys, this is week 2.
Love sharpens.
When you refuse to give up. We'll see you at 6 p.m.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to Launch 28 Days of Love.
Somewhere in
I'm
there.
Kim.
And I'm Dr. New.
He just had to get his little song in real quick.
Hit my little.
Why you
whoa,
do
whoa,
this
whoa.
one? You did this one.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Doctor.
I'm gonna learn to sing one day. I'm gonna be dangerous. I'm gonna be dangerous.
You go ahead. honey.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to everyone who's here. We are just excited
Yes.
about
yes.
the guests that we have today.
Super
Oh
excited.
my goodness.
Mhm.
And I'm a little extra because it's my little cousin, my little baby cousin. I used to call her Tootsie Roll when she was a baby.
Everybody gotta be little though. That's a
Because
York thing.
she is my baby
my
cousin.
my little cousin.
She's one of my baby cousins. She's my younger. Let me get it together. She's my younger cousin,
Yeah.
and I love her. And we're so excited. Her and her husband are here. And okay, do you want to?
Go ahead,
Is
go
it
ahead.
okay?
Go bring them in.
Uahntae and Dre Hubbard from Harrisburg.
All
The
right.
Hubbards.
Well, there they are, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey. We got
Thank
the bird.
We got the Bergen House. Make sure you guys share this. This is going to be so powerful.
Yeah.
Especially for those who are married, who are not married, those who are looking to be married, those who just want some pointers. You are married, but you're kind of stuck. You're not sure how to become covenant partners.
Right.
Today is the day to share this.
Right,
Please
right,
share. So
right,
take a moment,
right.
share. You can go onto our launch. Is it under our 28 Days of Love page, babe? What?
Yeah, 28 Days of Love. Our everything is on there. We're
Mhm.
we're updating it. So we had 28 Days of Love last year as well. So what we did was we left that content on,
Mhm.
and what we'll do is we'll just update it daily. So
Yes.
as the month goes on, last year's content will disappear. In case you didn't happen to see last year's content too. So anyway, it's just 28 Days of Love is Facebook page. We are talking too much. We've already been talking for 4 minutes, and we have these wonderful guests right here waiting patiently. So how's it going, you two? What's going on?
Yes.
Everything good?
Yes, everything's good.
Yes.
Everything's good. God has been really, truly good to us, and we can't complain. We
Good.
can't complain.
So you have 2 children, right?
Yes, we have 2 children together,
All right.
but we have 7 altogether.
Oh, you're right.
That's
with
what we have.
us.
7 altogether. Yep.
We
Yep.
have
We have
7
none
altogether, and
We have none together,
Right.
but we have 7
So
together.
4 and 3. Yep.
wow.
Yeah.
They're both they're ours.
Yep. Just like
So,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're busy.
yeah.
Love it.
That's
Love it.
all right.
Love it.
Awesome.
Listen,
Go ahead, babe.
we want to know
Mhm.
because I've met you recently.
Mhm.
So I've had a chance to kind of watch and see you a little bit with the play that we did together.
Yeah.
Well, that Kim said on, all I did was do what she told me to do. But how How'd you guys meet?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dre's laughing. Look at Dre. Listen, there's no right or wrong or perfect answer.
Yeah.
It's just what
Right,
you
right.
guys did. Yeah.
We actually met
In the hood.
in the hood.
Okay.
In the
Okay.
hood, in the hood bar. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
That's
This
all
was
right.
in our days when we was in the world, you know.
Uh-huh.
And at that time, I had just got out of a relationship, and I was broken. I was hurting. I had the person really hurt me.
Wow.
And I wasn't worried about nobody at that time. And my focus was my son, my oldest son, and making money.
Right.
That was my focus. And at the time, it wasn't God, because I was in my sin at that time. But that was my focus. I wasn't worried about nothing else. I was sitting in a bar in the back by myself. I always just was to myself, unless I was with my cousins. And I would just sit in the back and just chill and sell my little drugs that God delivered me from. You know, and he walked in.
Yeah.
And I didn't pay him no mind, actually. I was just like, you know, it's another dude, you know. He walked in and he just kept staring at me. And
wait, hold on, Auntie. I gotta ask Dre. So Dre, what grabbed your attention when you saw her?
Pretty. She was pretty. She was pretty. My thing was long hair, light skin, or Puerto Rican females. And then what caught my attention, she was pretty, and then I said hello. I spoke to her, said hello. When she smiled at me, she had the prettiest, perfect white teeth.
Ooh.
that was my skinnier days, though.
So you walked over with your full Denzel strut, huh? Had the Denzel stride on.
Yeah, my Chicago stroke.
Okay.
Chi-town.
So go ahead.
I asked her how she doing. You know, I mean, what she doing, and she just like, nah, I'm chilling. You know, and I just sat there and stuff like that, and I was like, I bought me a drink. And I asked her, did she want one? We just started talking and stuff like that.
Wow.
You know, we just started talking.
Wow.
You know, and then we would see each other every day there and just sit there and talk.
We went our separate ways after that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, you know, because I was like, I ain't dealing with this dude. I don't even know him. You know what I mean? And, you know, I know how dudes are because I always hung around dudes. And I was like, I got to scope this dude out. You know what I mean? Before, you know, so every time I would see him, he was always respectful. He never tried to come on to me. He never tried to touch me wrong. He never asked me to kiss me or anything like that. We always just had conversation. And then at that time, remember the clackers?
I do. Yes.
So he had a clacker. I had a clacker. We used to clack on every day. We used to do clack. We didn't see each other every day, but we was always clacking.
Okay.
And, you know, we just talked for like maybe 3 months, maybe about three something months.
Wow.
And he asked me if I was going to this party, which was somebody that we knew from the hood. And I was like, yeah, I'll be there. I'm going to go, you know. So we get down there and we just party. I'm chilling with my girls. He's chilling with his fellas and things like that. And he walks up to me. And I was sitting there now watching him come to me. And I'm like, what is he about to do? Like, you know, we've been clacking, you know. I'm like, no, you know. So he walked up to me and he's asked me, he said, would you like to be my girlfriend?
Oh, wow.
And I was like, sure. I was like, sure, because at that time we've been talking for like maybe 3.5 months. And we never had relations. We never kissed. He never touched me. I never touched him. Wow. So I was like, okay, he's very respectful.
That part.
You know, he really respects me as a woman. And I said, and that's what I liked about him. And everybody used to tell him, oh, you're not going to get her because she's stuck up. She don't want nobody. And he told me, and I was like, well, I was never stuck up. It was just that I was particular who I wanted to be with because I promised God I would never settle for anything anymore after my oldest son and what I went through with that whole situation.
Wow.
So I was had my guard up and things like that. And he asked me to be his girlfriend, and ever since then we just been rocking out.
Wow.
Now, how long have you guys been together? How long have you guys been together, even dating and marriage?
16 years.
And you've been married how many?
10.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
March,
you guys put
March
10 in the chat.
March 8th would be 10 years married.
March
8. Okay, 3-8.
Let me put that 10 years in the chat because I love it.
Y'all guys heard that 3-8. We're gonna put their cash app up.
Go ahead,
Listen,
babe.
I have a question for you though. This is more to Dre. So Uahntae, she talked about how she had been hurt in a relationship before. So I'm assuming that some of that might have came up in some of your conversations when you guys first started talking. How did you? I mean, did you kind of do something on purpose to comfort her, to let her know she was okay,
he was safe,
keep her safe? I mean, like, what was your response to that need that she had?
Well, at first, I when I first seen her and stuff like that, I could tell in her face like it was like something going on, or like, you know how a person, the face expression, they're not trying to show their face expression.
Right.
Yeah.
Hide the hurt.
Okay.
Well, I felt it and stuff like that. Because at the same time, I was in a little hurt too. You know?
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I was skeptical too at first, but some way, somehow, I was led to her.
Wow.
Because I never used to go sit in the back of the bar. I used to always sit because when you're doing wrong and you go in places like that, you always told to sit in the front of the bar.
Yeah, get out. Yeah.
Okay.
Right? But I started going to the back of the bar, and she was back there. It drew me back there. She drew me back there, But
wow,
I knew that in a sense that she was going through something and stuff like that, and it was just, I felt like I had to be like a protector, a healer.
Wow.
Even though through his hurt, he was dealing with hurt too.
Right.
So I think hurt seen hurt. You know what I mean? So I always have a tendency to hiding my pain and with a smile. I would smile through everything. I would. Everybody always say, "You always smiling. Why you always smiling?"
Right.
I just smiles to. That's my mask.
Yes.
And I think when he approached me, even though because the person I am a people person and I'm not ignorant. So when he approached me, I wasn't even feeling him, even though I didn't know him.
Right.
But I still, spoke back to him and, had a conversation, even really where inside I didn't want to. But talking with him, I felt a little connection. And that's what led us, to keep talking, I gave him that privilege.
Right.
To keep talking to me, so but I think that's what really like connected us, and God had really had him come my way.
That's what it sounds like.
So let's fast forward that.
Let's
fast forward. So that was 16 years ago, or in the beginning. So now 16 years later, you guys
it was over 16 because we didn't start dating right away.
So over 16 years ago.
So it was over, but
Wow. So fast forward it now. Right. What things do you do for each other to comfort each other, or keep each other encouraged, inspired, when fear or worry or whatever comes up? Are there certain things you do? Has it changed from that time before?
It has.
Some things change, like pray now.
Wow.
Give I let her know everything's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. It's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? Let it go. You know, like
I love it.
Yes.
Somebody told me one time, you know, don't stress over something you got no control over.
That's good. That's good.
You know what I mean? Only worry about what you got control over. You
That's
know,
good.
because while I'm stressed over something somebody else do or somebody say, I have no control over what they do or say.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it, Dre.
I think it's just reassuring each other
Mm-hmm.
that we got each other's back, you know, and you know, and just keeping each other in prayer, covering each other in prayer, and just encouraging each other and in building each other, and just letting each other know that no matter what it looks like, we can get through this with God's help.
Yeah.
Now, somebody needs to put that in the chat.
Yeah.
Have each other's back.
Yes.
Have each other's back. I love that. I love that. I interrupted you. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, have each other's back, because who's going to have our back if we, you know, we don't.
I love it.
And we are one, so it just makes sense to you know, have each other and be there for each other.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I tried to post it.
You did. You did. You did.
So let me ask you, okay, so what are some of the differences that you two have, and how do they come together to fit like a puzzle? Like some of the things that are different.
Yeah.
You know, we can see it too, like when you guys talk.
You see the shirts?
Oh, I love it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So, yes, I am the peacemaker.
Okay.
And even though I used to be the one to lash out because I wasn't the one that talked. I always was the one that was action. But because God has instilled me with so much wisdom now, I know how to turn that thing around.
That's good.
So I am the peacemaker. Like, I know how to calm him down when Andre, he's kind of the one that will go straight there to 10 quick. And I would have to bring him down. Like, listen, babe, that's not necessary. You know, it's no need for that. You know, it's don't waste your energy on that. You know, let's do something positive that we can not worry about what just happened, you know. And then I calm him down. I'm like, just take a breath, just breathe, calm down, and we get through this. Let's just figure out how we can get through this. What happened? What was the root of something?
Right.
Wow.
So you help him to find the peace in the situation.
Yes. So then
Ray.
Yes.
Tell me about that. But your shirt says her rock. So tell me about that.
I'm her rock. I'm the one that I don't like taking too much mess. But I have learned, like I said, can't control what you know, I can't stress of what I can't control.
Right.
You know, I cannot what somebody say or do, that's what they say or do. I got to worry about me.
Right.
You know, I have too much to lose.
Hey, there you go.
I love it. Love it.
If I go past 10.
Yeah.
But like nine times out of 10, I just like to get my point across.
Right.
But sometimes I have to know how to get it across without offending somebody or how to say it.
Okay.
You know? And sometimes I don't think I'm saying it wrong, but she'll let me know I am. That ain't the way to go. You know.
That's that partnership. Now that's that puzzle right there, babe.
Right.
That's that puzzle.
Right.
Because we understand that.
Yeah, we do.
And,
Go ahead,
and I think too, the rock for him is he's the man.
Right.
He's the man of the house. Okay. He's the head of the house. He is the provider. He is the protector. You know, he's the one that even if I get pushed to the edge, I can't go no further because he's that rock. That rock will hold me back. You know, so yeah, I think he has came a long way. He became a rock. At one point, he was a rag. But he became a rock. But because God had to teach him to be that way.
Okay.
Well, you know what God didn't teach all of us. I guess
Yeah.
the scripture says that we, when
He
we
didn't
think
have
of it
that.
as filthy rags, so he saw them rags.
Yeah,
Okay.
you didn't have that coming up to learn how to be a man or be a father, but God had he taught him to be such. So
I think he did that for all of us.
Yeah. So kind of speaking on that, the rabbit trail a little bit. We Kim did for those of you that are watching, my wife did a production of play, and their son was a part of the play, and I watched Dre work with her son and I guess my nephew. He's my nephew.
Yeah.
Okay. We be nephew. Yeah. I get all that mixed up. They there, right?
Dre worked.
I watched him work with them, and keep them honed in and moving forward and motivated.
And no one had to ask him.
Right. No one had to ask him. So I had the opportunity to ask Dre right before now, do you work with children? And I didn't know that he did. And he told me about coaching.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that gift you have working with kids or your desire to do that. Does that play into your marriage at all?
Yes, it does, because the fact that we do have kids. So by working with our kids, it gives me the knowledge and the wisdom to work, to work with other kids and to be patient with other kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I coach football and baseball. So, you have to be patient with the kids, because some kids don't know.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I mean? They learning. And it's like the same thing with my marriage. I have to be patient.
Wow.
Sometimes things could get rocky or out of line or out of sync or whatever. You have to be patient.
Yes.
It's a patient thing. Life is about patience.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Yep.
It's about patience.
Yes, it is.
And I could be a little difficult,
I have to admit, I'm with you.
It's just that I think because I have came from being so independent.
Right.
I moved out my mom's house when I was 16 years old and got my own place when I was 16. So it started there. So, and I didn't have nobody to help me or do stuff for me. I had to do everything. I had to take the trash out. I had to be Bob the Builder. I had to be all these things. And when he came along, I had to learn to let him be who God has him to be in my life.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a struggle for me, being so independent, So I'm still learning, We
all are.
And, because I like things a certain way.
Look at Dre had to chuckle on that one because he
I like things a certain way, and he's just like, that doesn't matter to me. Let's just live, But I like things a certain way, and I could be really picky about things, and God knew who He was sending me. So
exactly, that's the part.
Right.
So I have to say this for those of you who are out there. Uahntae used a certain word. The word was independent. And so she was saying how she had to learn to accept the gift that God gave her in her husband because she was so used to being so independent, taking care of herself from a very young age and teaching herself how to fend for herself. But then when God sent her someone that was going to be her rock and that strong, she had to let him be the rock. And so she's still learning. And I want to say to all of you, Newt and I've been married for 23 years and counting. And do you know what? We are still learning to let each other be the gift that God gave us in each other. So Uahntae, you guys are right on track. I love it.
Right. So there's like two directions we can go with what you just said. And I'm gonna resist the one, right? Because it could be a really good lesson. You talked about what your struggle really of allowing Trey to be Dre. Why I want to name you Trey.
I don't know.
I don't know why.
Thinking about Boys in the Hood.
There you go, Bush. letting him be, you know, step in position and develop into what he used to be. I would ask you one question. I'm not going to ask it. I'm just going to put it up there for people to think about. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, don't answer it though. How hard of a struggle was that within yourself, you know? And I think we might be able to get some time to come back to that. But what I really want to ask you too is this, because since we're talking about difference and struggle, what are some of your go-to methods? Because in every marriage, marriage, there's going to be times of contention. There's going to be times where you butt heads a little, disagree, see one thing this way, miscommunicate, whatever the case may be. What are your go-to strategies? How do you handle it when the conflict comes up?
I go to God because that's the only person that really can like get me in check. Okay. And because I could be hard-headed at times.
Okay.
And I go to God and pray, you know, and I calm down, get myself together, and then we rekindle.
Okay. So you go by yourself. You go off by yourself.
Yes. And then we will come together, you know, and pray.
Okay.
We pray as a family anyway, but you know, but I need that time with my dad.
Yeah.
I need him to correct me, or you know, chastise me, I guess. I don't know, but just to get some guidance and from God to say, okay, this is what you need to do. To you know, to fix this with your husband. And
I love it.
You know, prayer.
Okay. Now I posted that. So now, Dre.
Yeah.
What is your go-to strategy?
Mine is, first I look at her, then I walk away, then I just, you know, I pray, talk to God. I'll leave out sometimes, and I get in my truck, and I drive around the block, and then I come back. So that's all it usually take me, like, to really get myself together. Or I'll walk around the block, you know, feel the air, you know.
Love it.
Think about the whole situation.
That's good.
Then I'll come back.
That's good.
Figure out how can we fix it.
Yeah, I might even just, like, you know, I might come downstairs in the living room or in my basement and sit there for a little bit, turn the TV on or whatever, and think about,
okay.
You know, think, you know, because I do a lot of, like, we'll sit, I won't talk a lot. It's like, what do you, I'm just thinking. Like, I like to think a lot, you know, about stuff. You know, trying to, you know, put a plan together and all that type of stuff.
I love
Those
that.
are great strategies.
So let me ask you a question. I'm going to dig into that.
I know, because we only have a few more minutes of your time, but we got.
This was good.
But I do want to dig into that a little bit, because I think this will help some people.
Yeah.
So for instance, like that would be hard for Kim, for me to just not say anything, walk away. That would be hard for her.
Yeah.
So how did you two come to that understanding that what works for both of you? You know, did it bother you when Uahntae would go by herself, or, you know, did it bother you, Uahntae, when Dre would go by himself? Like, how did you come to that conclusion that that's what works for you?
Yeah.
It didn't bother me that she does. You know, when she do that, I'm like, thank you, God. She walks away, because I know what she's doing.
Yeah.
I know what she's doing.
Ooh, that's good.
I know what she's doing. That because of what happened, the situation. Now, when she walks away and do that, I know now she's about to go think about what's going on, and she's going to come back a different person.
That's good. I hope y'all. Y'all heard him say that. I hope y'all heard him say that. He said he knows what she's doing. Wow.
I had to post that.
That's great.
Because when she goes to talk to God, he already knows that she's going to get a result, and her father she listens to.
He knows what she's doing. That relationship is
like I said, he's the only one who can get me in check. Like in some areas, you know.
Good. That was good, Dre.
That was heavy. That was heavy right there. What about you, Uahntae?
How did you come to be able to accept him going off to himself? And
I think, I have started him to. I said, just go, just get take a walk. Something.
Okay.
Do something.
Okay.
You know, because at that time, and this was a while ago, years ago.
Yeah.
We would find ourselves not going apart from each other, and then it would get worse.
We keep coming at each other.
The argument would elevate, then we saying stuff that we don't mean,
exactly.
Bringing the past up, and this and that. So, you know, I was like, you know what? If it gets almost to that point, just go. That's and take a breather, drive around a corner, walk around a corner, take the dog out, something.
Wow.
That, and let's talk about what just happened, you know. So we don't have to go to bed like this.
Right, that part.
Because, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth, because there was a point where I was done. You know, there was a point where he was done.
Yeah.
And because I knew, and because I know that if this marriage is ordained by God,
come on,
I couldn't allow the enemy to creep in over because of an argument or a disagreement to break up our marriage. And so I had to think of different strategies to try to diffuse the argument or the disagreement or whatever the case may have been. So that worked. So now when we walk away, I know he's getting himself together and he better come back right. When I leave, he knows I'm getting myself together. You know, so that works for us.
Love it.
This is beautiful. I know I have to say a few things. For everyone out there, this is such a real conversation.
Yeah.
You and I do these things with real rough, and that, you know, talks about how conversations happen in relationships. Right. Because when we pretend that nothing goes wrong in our relationships, if we pretend that everything is smooth sailing, then we lie. The truth is that when two people come together, you come together with your personalities, and there are times when you clash in relationship. But when you love each other, that's why in the very beginning it says that love sharpens when you refuse to give up, when you absolutely refuse to let go of something that God has ordained and put together. So I love what they're saying. For those of you who are listening, don't give up. There is still time to work on your relationship.
Yes.
There is still time. And we're going to ask this one last question. Go ahead, baby.
We got like 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes.
You want to ask this or you want to ask for their last word?
Oh, we need whatever you think. I'm letting you do that, baby.
I'm going to put it on me, right? All right. I'm going to combine it then.
Okay.
So we want you to do a couple things so we can close out. We want you to tell folks, and you can do it separately, what's going on with you. What are some of your projects? What are some of the things you have coming up? You know, if you have a business, you know, how can they contact you? Things of that sort.
How can they help?
Yeah, how can they help? You know, contribute to what you're doing, because we know some of the things that you're doing are services to folks. So we want people to pour into that. The other thing we want you to do is kind of leave a final word. A final word for anybody who is married that may be having a rough time or may need to elevate their marriage, their relationship to another level, or someone who's thinking about getting married. What's that one seed, that one pearl of wisdom, that one piece of science you want to drop? You know what I mean?
Yes.
That'll help them out. So 2 things. What's going on with you, and a final word.
Okay, so we have a ministry that's called Dining with the Lord, outreach ministry. So basically, we just it's a ministry where we go out and tell the good news about the Lord and minister to the people, pray with the people, bless the people. The homeless, we feed the homeless. We give money to the homeless, not just the homeless, just people in general. We go out, we go to the grocery stores, and we just bless the people with money. And a lot of things we don't put on Facebook, because a lot of things we like to keep in private, that we bless people with, because the word says things that you keep in private, God will bless you in private.
Yes.
So we try to keep those things that God say don't talk about in private. So that's what basically we do. We do take donations. We do take love offerings.
Say where?
Okay, the Cash App is $, Uahntae. So you could donate there. You can. We are on Facebook, Dining with the Lord Outreach Ministries. My telephone number is there. My email is there. So you can get in contact with me in that search in that way. We love what we do. You know, we love people. We love God's people. We love to serve. We love to give. That's just who we are. You know. So. In our other business, we have a catering business. It's called Myra's Catering. It's named after our mother, my mom, Myra Williams. So we do soul food. We cater all types of events, parties, baby showers, funerals, anything you know you want to have. We cater it. Food is delicious. So yeah. And also you can look us up on Myra's Catering on Facebook. We are there.
How's it spelled?
Myra's MYRA Catering Service.
Okay. We're gonna put it on the lower third as you're talking. You can keep talking.
Okay, so y'all can same information's there as well as the same information for the Dining with the Lord Outreach Ministries. We are blessed. We are under Apostle Melvin, awesome man of God. Ministry is just blowing. God has been blessing this man of God and his ministry. We are covered under him. All Nations Church.
Yes.
Yeah, we love our church. Thank God. But yeah, it's been great. So look for us, and we out there. We got some stuff out there. Some more stuff coming. We have we're going to be doing the laundromat giveaway. So we're going to go to the laundromats, and we're going to pay for everybody's laundry. They don't have to pay for laundry. They don't have to buy detergent or bleach or any of that stuff. It's going to be on us, on God actually, because God is the one that's providing this, but He's just using His vessels to go forth. But so we're just honored that God, trusts us that much to use us in that area. So yeah. So you want to go first about encouraging people?
Yes. As far as marriage couples or people dating, one thing I can say is trust God. Let God lead you. Pray. Continue to date.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Yes.
It's because it's fun to date. Joke around with each other. Little pillow fighting and stuff won't hurt. Just all the good stuff you used to do when you first got together.
That's good. That's good.
Do not stop that.
That's good.
When you stop that means you got comfortable with each other. So it don't matter if you date or if you go to the movies or go out to eat or not. Continue to do that.
And sex is important.
That's good.
Come on, say it again, cousin.
Sex is important. I would say, just put God first in everything you do in your relationship. Put Him first. Let God lead and guide you, and just love each other and respect each other.
Ooh, that's good.
And encourage each other. Build each other, and while y'all building each other, build whatever God is giving y'all the vision to build. Do it together, because when you become one, you are actually one. So try to do everything together, and like he said, dating each other is still important. Loving each other is very important, and showing the love, because you could tell somebody you love them, but if you don't have no action behind that,
come on,
it's worth nothing. So show each other that you love them. Some roses don't hurt, men. Roses won't hurt sometimes. And women, the men, they like sports, they like whatever. It don't hurt to just treat them to
right.
So just let them know that they are on your mind, and just keep God first, and everything will fall in place.
Yeah, I want to say this one last thing. Even like dating, if you don't have it to go out to date, get some popcorn and sit at home. You could date at home.
Come on, Dre.
Watch a movie, and man, there's nothing wrong with watching a female movie.
Come on, Dre.
Something that I like to watch.
Yes.
And you can always, dating at home, you can make it fancy. You could cook him dinner. You could light your candles and things like that. You can make it fun.
Yes.
It doesn't always have to be money. You don't have to spend money, things like that.
Put some music on, dance, something.
It's funny. Newt and I used to do that in San Diego. We would put our music on and we'd be just dancing together.
Yep.
We should have asked you guys that question first.
So good. Well, we have to get ready to go because we promised people 30 minutes each night.
And we've been at 40.
And it's just been so good. Like each time it's been 40 minutes because the conversation is so powerful. Yeah. We just thank you guys for coming in and watching. Those of you who are there on the chat, we didn't get to shout out names. You're there. We love you. We appreciate you. This will be available for the replay. Please share it with someone who needs it. Yes, please do.
Yes.
And we appreciate Uahntae and my cousin Uahntae and Dre. Woo!
We're
gonna have to come back.
I love you guys so much.
About what you're doing. Have to come back another time. Okay. All right, babe.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's all. We love you guys. We see you tomorrow. 6 p.m. for day 7.
Day 7
of 28 days of love.
Days of love.
Yes, hey!
We'll be back tomorrow.
Launch 360 Ministries
with Kim
and Dr. New presents 28 Days of Love.
February 1st through the 28th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Our theme this year is Love Sharpens.
When you refuse to give up. Coming soon are our special guests.
We'll have something for everyone, married or single.
February.
Welcome back to week 2 of
Launch and
28 Days of Love.
Where love sharpens
when you refuse to give up.
Beginning February 1st
through the 28th at 6 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time. Week 2 looks like this.
We have Dre and Uahntae Hubbard on
Monday, February 6th
at 6 p.m.
and O'Kersey and Shalinda Miller.
Tuesday, February 7th
at 6 p.m.
And then Newton and Aldrina Miller.
Wednesday, February 8th at 6 p.m.
And then Veronica Brown.
She's our single and stable girl.
That's Thursday, February 9th
at 6 p.m. But wait a minute, don't forget date night on Friday.
That's where you sharpen those love tools.
Exactly. We're going to get on board of the love train. Then there's Saturday.
Just the 2 of us.
Covenant time. And don't forget
the intimacy of worship.
That's our Sunday where we can worship together. Now, there's nothing to do on those days here, but make sure you spend that time together. And catch us again on
28 Days of Love. We'll broadcast live nightly on Facebook Live,
6 p.m.
or on our YouTube page, Launch
TV. Make sure you're there. All right, guys, this is week 2.
Love sharpens
when you refuse to give up.